Hey, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sorry.
Alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. It's an interesting question that you were asking. I think the sister was quite close to the answer, but I think, well, I'm gonna like disclose myself from the beginning, so we don't have any misunderstandings on the along the road. But basically, I am following a path that, for the majority of Muslims, is heretical. But we ourselves, we believe and we claim that we are the only true Muslims that are present on the planet. Okay, so my answers are not gonna be like quite according to mainstream orthodoxy of Islam, but I think my religion has an answer to these kinds of questions. So I hope that we can have a fruitful discussion.
Are you Ahmadiyya? Are you Shia?
No, I'm from the Ahmadi religion of peace and light, which is not the same as Ahmadiyya.
Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, is he a prophet to you?
No, we don't believe in Mirza Ghulam Ahmad.
So who's your prophet?
We believe that Prophet Muhammad is the last prophet, but basically after the Prophet Muhammad, like, he is the last of the prophets, but he's not the last of the caliphs. In the Quran it says that God created Adam as a caliph, and caliph is like an authority. So basically, after Prophet Muhammad, there are still caliphs that come after him that are sent by God, right? And the Prophet Muhammad stated clearly in his last will, in the night of his death. So we follow the people who Prophet Muhammad appointed in his will.
The Muslim, tradition that you follow, do they have a problem with this question?
Do we have a problem with the question? Well, I think the answer that Imam Ahmed al-Hassan explained in the book of Monotheism is that basically this verse that he's talking about, like that he's like asking about, is not talking about the power of God. It's talking about the definition of the word son. It's talking about, like, because when Christians, I don't know what path of Christianity are you following, right? But most of the Christians would say that Jesus is like the literal son of God, right?
No Christian says that. So hold on, wait, Kevin. So we're not saying yani harfiyan, literally, right? So we're not saying like begotten or anything like that.
You don't say that.
Give me 1 second, sorry guys. Just give me 1 second.
So you believe Imam Ahmed al-Hassan, he's a Mahdi, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I know who you are. Gotcha, bro. Okay. So kind of like, you know, you guys came out of like a Shia, but like a new movement that came out of Iraq, right?
Well, he came in Iraq first, right? But like basically right now there are two movements that claim that are with Imam Ahmed al-Hassan. One of the movements is mainly based on Iraq and hasn't like really, on the last few years, hasn't gotten out of it. And then there's another path, which is the Ahmadi religion of peace and light, who we follow, whom we believe is the successor of Imam Ahmed al-Hassan, who is called Abu Sadiq. And he is the second Mahdi mentioned in the will of Prophet Muhammad. And basically, if you are like aware of only the Ansar of Imam Ahmed al-Hassan, who claim to be like in Iraq, in Najaf and that, basically we have very different beliefs. Aslan, we believe that they faked many books and many of the knowledge that they spread is false.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like, Logic, I don't know if you know this is a new movement that came out of Shia Islam, but someone who claims, to be a Mahdi. Yeah,
Someone who claims to be a Mahdi?
Yeah.
So they're not waiting on the Mahdi, or do they believe in multiple?
No, we believe that the Mahdi, Imam Mahdi, Muhammad ibn al-Hassan al-Askari, alayhi salatu wasalam, is already appeared in 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, in 2015.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of
Interesting. Oh, okay. Is he still? So he's still alive?
Yeah, for sure.
And no one has like tried to, unalive him for claiming to be the Mahdi?
No, basically, bro. When he was born, The people, the Muslims were outside of his door waiting for him to be born, to kill him. But God protected him.
They were waiting outside his door to unalive him when he was about to be
Yeah,
born?
because
Why?
basically the prophecies were that he is the savior of mankind, right? This savior that people are waiting for. He, like the prophecy said, like he is the one. So they knew his mother, they knew his father, they knew who he was, they know where his mother was when she was going to give birth. So they were waiting for him to be born just to kill him. Just like in the time of Jesus when Herod, like went and killed all the babies.
Yeah.
Same thing happening. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. So does he have like a book, that you guys may follow that's close to the Quran, or?
Yeah. We have from our imams who are alive, we have 3 books basically. We have the Book of Monotheism by Imam Ahmed al-Hassan, from him is peace, where he explains these kinds of questions that you're asking. He gives an explanation of these kinds of questions. We also have a book called the Kaf by Imam Ahmed al-Hassan, from his peace, where he explains basically what is the movement of the prophets and the messengers about, what did they come and call to.
Yeah.
And then we have a book called The Goal of the Wise, which is kind of like a tafsir of many religious traditions, and explaining how, because we believe basically that, Muslims, they claim that Christianity, Judaism, Islam is the same religion over time.
Yeah.
We also believe that this is true, and we believe also that basically many other religious movements around the world, like Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, Confucianism, they are actually from the same God, and the people who came and spread these messages were prophets from God. But actually, over time, the message got distorted, and this is why you have religions that look polytheistic, but then at the same time, if you dig deep into their beliefs, you find that actually there is traces of monotheism present, even in, for example, Hinduism.
This is very interesting. So, do you ever get into debates with Muslims, like Orthodox?
I speak Spanish mainly, and I am every day debating with Muslims and Christians on the official TikTok channel of the Dawah.
Oh, you have on their YouTube channels, or do you have a YouTube channel yourself?
We have TikTok channels, we have YouTube channels, we have a Facebook page. We're spreading this call. We're spreading it like worldwide through social media, basically.
So Muslims are starting to come to believe.
We also have like a TV channel a satellite channel that broadcasts to the whole MENA region, Middle East and North Africa. Yeah. So the Muslim population in the Middle East, they are aware of our call because we have this channel.
Interesting. So how, if you don't mind me, you don't have to answer this, but how old are you?
Sorry?
How old are you?
I'm 28.
28 years old. Now, were you convinced of this like in your later years, or did you grow up in you said he came in 2015, so
I knew about this religion in 2017. Basically, I was an atheist for since I was 13. After that, I had like a very strong spiritual experience that convinced me that God is real. I started looking for him. I told him, I don't know anything. I became an atheist because I didn't believe in any of the religions out there. So I need you to show me the path. I need you to show me where's the way to you. And basically through following the signs that God was sending me and asking constantly about the guide, I was like progressively learning and understanding, and I came to this.
I see. Okay. Well, that's interesting, man. I never heard of this before. What were people believing, let's say prior to 2015, before he came?
Imam Ahmed al-Hassan, from him is peace, he appeared in 1999 in Iraq, and basically he was saying, I am the precursor to the Mahdi. I am the one who is paving the way, just as John the Baptist was paving the way for Jesus. So there is narrations, there is prophecies, especially in the Shia sect of Islam. There are prophecies that say that the Yamani is going to come, he is going to appear. It's obligatory to follow him. Whoever goes against him, he is from the people of hellfire. So Imam Ahmed al-Hassan, he was claiming to be that character, the Yamani. So basically, before 2015, people were following him, like the believers in the Ahmadi religion of peace and light. They were not aware that, because as I told you, there's like two different groups that claim that they are with Imam Ahmed al-Hassan. So basically, they were with the other group, and they were not aware that Imam Ahmed al-Hassan actually was not with them. They had suspicions because these people were kind of weird. So they had suspicions that maybe Imam Ahmed al-Hassan was not with them, but nobody knew for sure until in 2015. Basically, a group of people appeared online saying, okay, Imam Mahdi has appeared, he has fulfilled. There is a prophecy that tells you like exactly the day when Imam Mahdi is going to appear, and not with a date, but with a specific event. So when that event was fulfilled,
Kevin, so like you're talking about him coming out, but like according to the Sunni, along with the Shia sources, he's supposed to come out of Mecca, right? Like he's not Iraq. So
there's narrations that say that he appears in Mecca, but
not appears, comes from Mecca, not appears.
No. There's no narration that say that he comes from Mecca. Sure, for sure.
Okay. And do you know that, like, if you know that, he's actually, even though his origins come from, Mecca, goes to Medina, and then when people hear he's coming, I will show it to you.
This is what we keep telling the Muslims, that the scholars have made up this narrative that he comes from Mecca and he's born in Mecca or Medina or whatever, and there's actually no narrations to back it up.
Okay, good.
Like no actual narrations.
You know what a Khorasan is, right?
Khorasan.
Yes, you know that, right? Okay. Yeah. So do you know that, like when you hear that the Mahdi arose, he is actually like, people know that even though he comes from Mecca, like people will hear that he came out when he's in Khorasan. You knew that?
But what about, when does it say that coming from Mecca? You keep saying that he comes from Mecca.
Hold on. I will show it to you. I'm looking for it. But according to the sources as well, that he actually, like, when people hear that he came out, it'll be like he will be among the people of the Khorasan with the black flag. You know that, right?
Okay.
Did you know that?
I mean, he is with his people, and they come with the black flags, the black banners.
No, he will be in Khorasan. He will be in Khorasan.
Yeah, with an army which is carrying black banners.
Is he in Khorasan right now? Is he in Khorasan right now?
Is he in Khorasan right now?
Yes.
Look, there is versions of this narration, this exact same narration that say he comes from the east. Okay, instead of Khorasan, they say he comes from the east. Black banner.
Okay, that's not the
so
main
we believe
topic.
that we have the black banner. Okay, we do have the black banner, and the Ahlul Bayt said that the banner of the Mahdi, it has written in it allegiances to Allah, and we are the only movement in the history of mankind who has raised a black banner with the phrase allegiances to Allah.
1 second, that's not my question. I said, is he in Khorasan right now?
No.
So, like, okay, so...
I mean, I don't know. Look,
first of all, hold on, Kevin.
No, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you. No, you have to let me explain. Because again, show me the proof. First, show me the proof that he comes from Mecca. Okay. And then we can talk. Then we can basically take it as truth. But basically, look, listen. Basically, there are many narrations about the Mahdi. There are many narrations about the Mahdi, and the Mahdi does this, and the Mahdi does that. And many of these...
Are you there, bro? So yeah, continue, bro, because I don't want to change. I just wanted to know that, because there's two narrations. One that says that he comes from Mecca. The other one is when people hear that the Mahdi came out, he will be in Khorasan with the black flag, that which two of them doesn't come, is not coinciding with what he's saying. Like, I don't want to hold up the conversation. You continue what you do.
Where is the narration?
Hold on, Kevin, I'm talking. So I will look for that information he asked me, but you continue, brother. I don't want to hold up your life, bro. I just wanted to know, like, what's his opinion. Go ahead, Avery. But I'll find that information he's asking.
All right. We have other Muslims on the panel, too. You got Wansford, you came up. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, Avery. I just wanted to talk about the verse you are talking to the sister. The sister that just... by the way, I'm also 29 years old. I was actually surprised when you said you were 29.
Oh, yeah. How old did you think I was?
You look older. maybe, but maybe it's the
Like what? So
it's the
like
good
what?
environment you are. You
How,
know, you are in a good environment. Yes.
how old did you think I was?
Maybe older, maybe early 30s.
Early 30s. Okay.
Yeah, early 30s, little bro. Maybe.
Funny.
Yeah, okay. So that verse, maybe the way you understood it and the way you explained it, I already had everything, so I was listening. So, but also, don't you think the verse emphasizes like the uniqueness of Allah? Like He is already the creator of everything, with no partner. Is already the creator of everything. So, the question, rhetorical question, saying, "How could God have a son?" There is nothing equal to Him, to Allah in the spiritual or physical realm already. Like, how can you ascribe a son to Him? There is nothing unto like God Himself. There's nothing like Him at all. Like it's also like Surah Al-Ikhlas says, "Qul huwa Allahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad." There's nothing like Him at all. So like it maybe the way you understood is saying God needs a companion in order to have a son, and so he's not powerful because he doesn't have a companion to have a son. But maybe the verse is emphasizing the uniqueness of Allah, like, and the question is how could you ascribe a son to Him is rhetorical, like
Not what the question
already He's the greatest in
That's
His
not
own
what the
greatness.
question is. That's not what the question is.
What was the question?
The question isn't
You know,
how could you ascribe to Allah a son? The question
yes.
is how can He have a son when He doesn't have a wife? That's the question.
Oh, it's a rhetorical question.
No.
It's a rhetorical question.
It's a question that refutes them. It's not rhetorical. He's refuting them. He's refuting them saying that he has a son. How does he refute them? By saying he doesn't have a wife.
Yeah, it doesn't. He doesn't have a partner. So we know it's.
So what would he
His
need?
attribute. Allah does not have a partner. So how can you say he has a son?
So in order to have a son, what would he need?
I have an answer to this question.
Okay, this is uniqueness of Allah. We already know Allah doesn't have a partner.
You already said that. I'm asking you a question.
We already know.
All right, so for example, I'm going to say the same formulation of the sentence that Allah says here. If I say, how can I drive the car when I don't have the keys? According to my sentence, what do I need in order to drive the car?
You need the key.
Beautiful. If I say,
bro, you need hikmah. Bro, come on, bro.
if I say, how can I plant the tree? How can I plant the tree when I don't have land? What do I need in order to plant the tree?
A seed.
No, based on the sentence I said. How can I plant the tree? Okay, let me say that. How can I plant the seed when I don't have land?
You need a land to plant a seed and the tree grows.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, if I said this, how can I have a son when I don't have a wife? According to that sentence, what do I need in order to have a son?
Yes, now, for you, you need a wife.
I need a wife.
Son.
Thank you. All right.
You need a partner to have a son.
So Allah says the same exact thing, same exact phrase, same exact formulation. How can He have a son when He doesn't have a wife? So what does Allah need in order to have a son?
No, it doesn't say that.
Yes,
we already know He doesn't have a wife.
Yo, Winsford.
It starts from the beginning.
Hold on, bro.
From the beginning, let me finish.
No, bro,
let me
I'm trying to give you
finish
the
my
answer.
sentence. Then I can listen to
bro.
you.
Look, hold on, bro. I'm trying to help you cook Avery. All you need to do, bro, is just
No,
say
no, no. I'm
Qul
not here to
Huwallahu
pick. I
Ahad.
just here. I'm here to
All you
learn.
need to
I'm not
do is
here to
just say
pick
Qul
anyone.
Huwallahu Ahad, bro. Allah is one, bro. Just say that, bro. Game over, bro. Qul Huwallahu Ahad, bro. That's the answer to everything, bro. Qul Huwallahu Ahad.
So that's the uniqueness. That's the uniqueness of Allah. Like He created
How
everything.
is it unique
No,
if he's just like me? I need a wife to have a son. Allah's just like me.
he is not.
So then why does he say, how can he have a son when he doesn't have a wife? What does he need in order to have a son based on that sentence?
Because Allah already does before the son even comes. Allah already is unique on His own, in His own greatness, the way He is. He
Let me ask-
created everything in me and you.
Let's bring it to
Everything.
let's bring it to maybe a question you can probably answer. I don't know why you can't answer the question I'm asking you. Maybe you can answer.
Because, okay, I know what you want me to say. You want me to say Allah has to have a wife in order to have a son,
I only
because
want you to be
he
honest.
can't have
That's all.
if he doesn't have.
I want you to answer my question directly and honestly. You know me, Wansford. You know all I ever want is for you guys to answer me directly and honestly. Don't waffle on something I didn't ask. That's all. So let me ask this, man. Let's get the foundation. If Allah wanted to, could He have a son if He wanted to?
Okay, remember when I told you, you always have a strong and tricky questions and a direct answer. You always create a question that a direct answer goes in your favor. I know you. I've seen you many times do this, okay? You always work hard. And that's why I told you I need you on the side of the
Hey,
Muslim.
yo,
Because,
Avery.
Can
Hey, yo,
I
Avery.
answer the question?
We gotta
bro,
change your name
wallahi,
to Khayyur Makarim, bro.
wallahi,
You the
every,
true
no,
Khayyur Makarim. You the
wallahi,
true deceiver, bro. Wallahi.
you have
Sadaqallahu
like
al-Azim, bro.
elite level of argument, bro. You know how to turn somebody's argument against themselves. You are so good at that. I will give you respect for that. In argument terms, I don't say you are good at guiding people to Christian, but I'm saying in terms of argument, you are the best, and that's why you are so strong in whatever you are doing, because you know how to create a question and you have already formulated the answer for yourself, and you know what this person is going to say, and you know how to counter it already. So these questions, a direct answer for you will always go into your favor, and it will, I don't know, maybe it will go into your favor, but the fact is that Allah is unique on His own. That's what the verse is emphasizing basically. You cannot go like direct question. I see you over there. I'm gonna let maybe somebody else bring
No,
another
one word.
argument. You can cook.
This is kind of
but
reminding me, like, was it 3 years ago? Every a Muslim was talking behind you, like, Wallahi, like he is more knowledgeable than any Imam, any Muslim I've known.
Yes, exactly. I have the recording. I still have it. Yep.
You should play it like sometimes to these Muslims.
I made it a sound. I put it on my soundboard. I just gotta hook my soundboard up to my computer now. But yeah, I have it like as a soundboard. Like, you know, it's so funny.
Hey, Wainsworth, bro, how much did Avery pay you, bro? Because, bro, like, I need another job. I need to make a little bit more, bro. This little minimum wage ain't really helping out right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need something a little bit more.
No,
Mashallah.
Bro, I mean, can you stop it? I know you're not a Muslim. So what I'm saying.
Well, I never said I was a Muslim. What are you talking
No,
about?
I mean, can you stop it? I know what you're trying to do. Crazy,
Hey, Avery, like,
okay,
I know
the question, wallahi, the question is, the way you are asking the question is so tricky.
It's
like
not,
someone
though.
can just waffle.
It's not tricky. It's really and Wansford, you can acknowledge this. It's really
everyone's different from
question.
me. And for example, what's different from me and the other brother and the sister you took down is because they fight back to your argument. and somehow it ends up being a chaos. But me, when I realize you are coming back with something that I know I cannot defend myself and say, oh, I formulate an argument and I cannot defend it. Already, I'll just say, bro, this question is very tricky. I accept like it's very tricky, and this answer cannot help me or cannot go in my favor. So that's why I always I abstain. That's what the veto powers do in the UN. I abstain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
So,
what?
but
But
I understand the angle you are coming from. I already understand the angle, your viewpoint of the question. I understand, but like from where I stand and where I believe already, Allah is unique, and the verse is emphasizing His uniqueness. Simple as that.
It doesn't help me. I'm gonna take this Lord willing. I'll take this question to Speaker's Corner and see how the Dawa group answers if they.
Bro, I don't understand why you don't go, bro. The last time, I think, was it last month you were in Speaker's Corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some very beneficial arguments with some Muslims there.
Yeah.
You need to go more to the Speaker's Corner. You need to take these questions there and see, and maybe you see how
I guarantee
some people get cooked and some will avoid getting cooked.
Exactly.
Like me.
I promise you, bro, the next time I go, I'm probably going to get less conversations than I did the first time. Because they know who I am. So
I can't talk right now, but add Muslim Turk.
Bro, hold on. Bro, my man talking about something.
Can I answer your question,
I
man?
see dead people. Bro, what's going on, bro? Hold on, who said that?
Wansford likes watching Muslims get cooked, though. He likes it.
That's crazy.
No, the arguments.
You be popping your popcorn, huh, Wansford? You be like, dang, like him again. He got another one. No, Aki, don't
You know, let me tell you.
He's gonna say this.
Let me GodLogic. Let me tell
at the TV.
Yeah, you do like you. Or I know you know like probably now most of the Quran maybe.
Yeah, most of it, not all of it.
Yeah, because you see the Muslims always trying to say Jesus is not God. Jesus is not God. But okay, the reality is like what does the Quran say about us, the Christians? I know you know the verse says to the Muslims to call the Christians into a dialogue, and that we come into common terms, that we worship one God, those kind of things, and that's how this conversation can be made. But when I see a brother or a Muslim here trying to argue with a point, I'm like, no. It's you should. And I'm pretty sure you know. Like, if you are not knowledgeable in Islam, like even a knowledgeable person don't argue that much. Like they always, when they see things. I've seen a video of you with an imam on your YouTube, and the imam was very respectful.
Yes,
and
I love him. He's awesome.
Yeah, and he avoided anything that will conflict your beliefs with each other, and he sort of like went towards the common terms, and he said whenever it comes to something conflicting each other, he will go towards like everyone can do whatever they wish, at the end of the day, those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why I always avoid getting into an argument with you, because I know I will lose big time. And I know the comment section is gonna go crazy.
Oh, that's all right. Well, thank you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
So, like, you see, man, we need more honest people like you. Like, you'll be an awesome Christian, bro. We could use you to spread the gospel to the Muslims.
Let me tell you, you will be more beneficial to Muslims than I am to Christians.
Nah.
Because of your argument tactics, bro. Your argument tactics are gonna drive a lot of Christians into Islam if you are a Muslim.
No. Did you see that a Muslim came to Christ earlier today, or were you not here earlier?
Who, the Ahmed?
His name was Nathan.
Oh no, I wasn't there.
Oh. Yeah, it was way earlier in the live, but yeah, he came yesterday, had some questions, and then he messaged me yesterday some more questions, answered those, and then he came today and confessed that he left Islam and came to Christianity. So I think I would say that I'm pretty beneficial to Muslims that come to Christianity, man.
Amen.
All glory to Christ, man. All glory to the Most High God. It's all Him, really, honestly, Juan. So it's literally, it has nothing to do with me, man. I'm just a vessel, bro.
I also appreciate the way you have advised the brother who wanted to buy a Bible, and the way you told him you just need to pray, and that God will guide you to the absolute truth. And that's just the way people should do everything. You have to pray when you are researching or trying to look for the right path.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's not what the Quran says. Like, in the Quran that says that when they do not accept the Islam or the truth, Quran actually orders you to curse them. Do you know that? I mean, you are a good Muslim. I'll give you that. You're honest. You are a noble person.
In terms of guidance in Islam, we read Surah Al-Fatiha, and I know all of you know the meaning of Surah Al-Fatiha. When we say Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, we say guide us to the straight path. Very simple. Every salah, like 5 times a day, we recite it many times. So that is in terms of guidance in Islam. That's how we do it every single day.
No, I mean, like I can give you. This is Surah An-Nisa 47. That's what it says. I'm going to read it in English. All you unto whom the scripture has been given, believe in what we have revealed, confirming that which you possess before we destroy countenances as to confound them. Pay attention to the second one. Or curse them as we curse the Sabbath breakers at awful time. The commandment of Allah is always executed, right? So you got to curse if, because we didn't accept it, But anyway, like you're a good person. It seems like I don't want to, whenever you have time, I know Kevin is waiting. I have the sources about that, but that's not the main topic. Like when you guys get free, I'm going to wait. Continue one.
That's a crazy topic I was hearing, but is that like an Islamic topic, interior Islamic topic about Al-Mahdi?
Yeah, that's Islamic topic. Yeah.
This is a topic, though. Yeah.
We will discuss this when every becomes a Muslim, when people can argue about Al-Mahdi and the Shia. But now we are every is even saying Subhanallah. Allah is.
If I were to become a Muslim, I'd be a hadith rejector.
You'd be a Qur'ani, bro? If he was a Muslim, you'd be a Qur'ani?
I think I'd be a Qur'ani, guys. I think so.
What?
He's already chosen before he's chosen.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I'll talk to the necessary committee of that group. I'll try and see if they can fit you in case.
He said they're going to fit you in, bro.
Bruh, the Quran.
Bro is racist against the Al-Hadith movement.
The Qur'ani, man, they tough with it.
I don't know, bro. I think the Shia, I think that they have some pretty good points against, the Sunni Muslims and against the Quranis. I don't know. Probably if I was ever to do that, I'd probably become a Shia. But the only thing that get me is just the muta. I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah. Bro, honestly, you don't know. I mean, there is so much stuff in Shia, you don't want to be Shia.
Yeah.
Is Shia worse than Sunni? Is Shia worse than Sunni? They got worse stuff than Sunni?
Bro, yes.
What?
Of course. Don't get hypnotized with the some of the Shia that come here, bro.
Oh man, they be hypnotizing me, man. I'd be like, wow.
The thing I like about the Shia, is that they're not necessarily afraid of having philosophical, for instance, this particular question, which to me, it still baffles me that most of the Sunni Muslims just refuse to answer it. The Shia, they don't necessarily have any problems engaging in a conversation like this. But I don't know, Al, if you can remind me, I don't know if it is the Sunni Muslims that said if you talk about philosophy, then you become Zindiq.
Yes.
But, okay, yeah, so that's probably why. But the Shia, they don't necessarily have a problem talking about this. But then again, the Sunni Muslims do say that they kind of invented taqiyya. So
yeah, Imam Ghazali actually says that, what you just said. GodLogic, is it okay if I show to Kevin so I can be out of his hair about that? Thank you so much. Kevin, you here, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about. So right here, Imam al-Jawad. You know who's Imam al-Jawad? Do you know who is Imam al-Jawad? Okay, so one of the Imams, right? The 12th Imam. He's the 9th one, right? So Imam al-Jawad said, the Messenger of Allah said, the Imam of the time will appear in the land of Tuhama, which is Mecca, right? He has treasures that are not gold and silver, but a powerful horse and illustration man equal to the number of the companions in Badr. There are 313 from different parts of the world who will come to rally around him. And pay attention, the people will gather around him like birds until they reach 314 persons, some of whom will be women. Imam will prevail over any tyrant or son of tyrant, right? So this is the beginning of the what we're discussing. So this is the source for it that he comes from.
Okay, yeah, but look carefully how it says that he appears in Mecca, not that he comes from Mecca. You see?
So did your Mahdi come out of Mecca?
Look, when he appears, and in that narration that you're showing, when he appears,
the
he already has 313
did your
companions.
Mahdi appear in
You
Mecca?
understand?
I get
Sorry?
it. Here's the thing, Kevin. Like, I don't care what this says.
Look, when he appears in Mecca, in that narration that you're pointing, he already has the 313 companions. They're already with him.
Did your Mahdi appear
So how
from
did
Mecca
they
or from
gather
Iraq?
to him?
He's
They
not
gathered to
listening.
him from different parts of the world. But why?
Kevin.
Why? Obviously, because from before,
Kevin,
he already
before you
has
speak,
a
can
dawah.
you listen? Can you listen? My question before you speak. I'm asking, did your Imam, the guy, Imam al-Hassan, or whatever was his name, did he appear in Mecca or did he appear in Iraq?
He's not talking about Imam Ahmed al-Hassan.
Yes. Did he
That
appear in
narration
Mecca or
is
did he
talking-
appear in Iraq?
That narration is talking about Imam Muhammad ibn al-Hassan al-Askari. From him is peace.
Good. My question is, you said your Mahdi is that guy, right? Did he appear in Mecca or in Iraq?
No, listen. We're saying that
guys,
the person who
finish.
is...
Like you don't want to answer,
You
that's
see?
fine.
Well, okay, khalas.
Hey,
You don't
I'm
want,
not a Muslim, Kevin. I'm just
look,
showing your
look.
sources, bro.
Okay, so let me explain to you. You're asking the question. I am the one who has the answer. So do you want to listen to the answer or not?
No, I don't want to listen. Let's talk about
Then
the Allah
why did
being
you
the
even
powerful.
ask the question if you're not
Because
even
I'm showing
interested
it to
in
your
the
Imam
answer?
is saying he appears in Mecca,
Yes,
but
and
your
you said,
Imam
that
appears
you were
in
going to
Iraq.
show me a narration that he comes from Mecca.
That's what I
And
said.
this narration says that
Appeared
he
in the land of
appears
Tuhama,
in
Mecca. Kevin, you don't get that? Appears in the land of Tuhama. Did he appear in Mecca or not?
He appears in Mecca
Exactly.
with
Did
313
your Mahdi appear
companions.
in the Mecca or no?
This is talking about something that will happen in the future.
Dude, he doesn't get it. Like, he doesn't understand the question.
No, you are not accepting the answer, but it's a fair answer
Okay,
to
I'm
the
gonna
question.
answer for you. Okay, let's finish this. This is because this is the side topic. Okay, I'm gonna answer to it. The guy that you're talking. He's an Iraqi. He's not from Mecca. But he
Because
didn't appear.
Imam Ahmed al-Hassan is
why
not
are you
referring
interrupting?
to.
Why are you interrupting, bro? Like, do not interrupt me while I'm talking.
He is not the person whom you're talking about.
Okay, did your Mahdi appear in Mecca or not?
He is not the person that you're talking
Okay,
about.
did your Mahdi? I don't care who he is. Did your Mahdi
This
appear
is
in
talking
Mecca or
about
not?
something that hasn't happened yet.
Okay, so
The answer is no.
no. Okay, good. Let's finish it because that's not. We don't care about the
This is
Mahdi.
something that will happen in the future.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right. Go ahead, Avery. Let's stick with the topic you have, brother.
Okay. All right. Looks like Kevin, you had an answer to the sun issue.
Yeah. Look, basically, the thing is, this verse is not talking about the power of God. It is talking about the definition of the word son. Like it is asking, like, how can he have a son when he doesn't have a consort? But it's like about. It's not about it's not about whether Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is powerful or not. It's about what makes a son a son. And basically, when we talk about the word son, a son can only be something that is the product of reproduction, either sexual or asexual, or adoption. So this verse in particular is saying, okay, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he can't, it's impossible that there is a son to him through the means of sexual reproduction. This is what it's talking about.
Okay.
And I think everybody would agree on that.
All right, well, let me ask you this. So do you believe that Allah could have a son without sexual reproduction?
It depends on what you mean by the word son.
Could he have a son? Somebody that is his own, someone he sired.
What the Quran is denying, listen, what the Quran is denying is like a true filiation, that God can have a literal son. Like, it's not about what can, God doesn't have, right?
No, he doesn't
But
have.
it's impossible that there is a son to God through the means of sexual reproduction.
Okay,
This is what he's talking about.
Can he have a son at all?
Well, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him and his family, he said all the creation are the children of God. And the best of the creation are the ones who are the best of the children.
Wait, Muhammad said that that Allah has children, that all of creation are his children?
Yeah, but he doesn't mean it in a literal sense. He means it on the grounds of love, because God loves the creation more than more than the mother loves his only child. So on the basis of love, all creation are children of God.
All the creation.
On the basis of true filiation, no.
Okay. So when the Quran says that you can only come to Allah as a slave, you can't come to him as a son, is Muhammad contradicting the Quran verse?
No, because as the slave of God is a rank.
Yeah.
So basically, like,
does the son rank above
when the Quran denies the sonhood to Allah, it's always talking about the idea that Christians developed in their mind, another like Jewish, some sects of Judaism about Prophet Ezra, peace be upon him, that basically they were either the literal son of God or the son of God by adoption. This is what the Quran is denying.
Yeah, nobody believed that anybody was a literal son of God. Nobody believed that this is a misconception.
Then
hold on, Kevin.
How can it?
Hold on, Kevin.
Okay, talk.
Is a son a higher rank than a slave?
Is the son a higher rank than a slave?
Come on, dog. Come on, man. Yeah, come on, man. Is a son of God, is a son in relation to a person, is a person's son of higher rank than the person's slave? Come on, man.
Look, in your Bible, there is this verse that says that whoever wants to be the biggest among you has to be the servant of all of them, of all the rest.
Nice.
Right?
And in my same Bible,
the greatest one is the slave.
Wait, stop there. Because I know that you try to use the Bible and you butchered it. It doesn't say that the greatest person is a slave. The Bible says that not only are we servants of God, but we are sons of God. And Jesus makes a distinction between a slave and a son. He says the slave does not remain in the Father's house forever, but the son remains in the Father's house forever. And if the son sets you free, then you are truly free. So Jesus makes a distinction between a slave and a son and says that a son is definitely higher than a slave. So I'm going to go turn it back to you then, since we're using Bible. What is higher of rank, a son or a slave?
Again, the problem would be thinking that son is literal. So you agree that it's not talking about literal children?
Are you a literal slave of Allah? Does he have you in chains and you have a collar on your neck?
According to the Judaic law, you don't have your slaves in chains.
You're not a Jew. You're a Muslim. Are you a?
No, but Judaism is a true religion. It's a true religion.
Are you a literal slave of Allah? Does he have you in chains and are you in bondage?
Again, according to Judaic law, you don't have your slaves in chains.
Hey man, bro is malfunctioning, bro. I don't know if you want to get like a new bot.
With all due respect, God is not a tyrant. God is not a tyrant.
I'm gonna ask you one last time, my brother. Are you a literal slave of Allah?
A slave of God, for sure.
A literal one?
For sure.
So you're in bondage to Allah?
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. Okay. So, so it seems like you have to. It's everything is in a literal sense. So when it's talking about he can't have a son or he doesn't have a son in a literal sense, in that same context, he contrasts that with you can only be a slave, which is, I guess, a literal sense. So
Where does it say that?
chapter 19, verse 93.
You read that, please?
Chapter 19, you start at verse 88. It says that they ascribe to the most beneficent a son. They utter an atrocious thing, almost to where the heavens are almost torn and the earth quakes and the mountains crumble, that they ascribe to the most beneficent a son, because it does not befit him for him to have taken a son. There is none that can come to the beneficent in the heavens and the earth except as a slave. That's chapter 19, verses 88 to 93.
And since since he said, what is it written? Like, I'm so curious to know, like, where did Muhammad say all creation at some point? Like, you don't have to find it right now, but I want you to provide to us that source where Muhammad said all creation, are children of Allah. What you just told us, okay?
I'll find.
Yeah, but continue, Avery.
So we see here that Allah rejects any notion, any utterance that he has sons, that he has a son, that he has children, and that the only thing that you can come to him as is a slave, not a son. But you're saying, but you're saying that you can come to him as a son, as a metaphorical son. But Allah says, no, you can only come to him as a slave. All right. So this is talking about rank, which you agree. I like
because the Quran is denying the literal filiation. This is what the Quran is denying.
No, it denies all affiliation. It says you can only come to him as a slave. You can't come to him as a son, not metaphorically, figuratively, literally.
Yeah. But when we talk about the creation being the children of God, it's not a literal one. It's on the basis of love.
Yes. So
right?
you can come to Allah as his son.
I mean, all the creation are children of God, and actually, like what Imam Ahmed has said is the ones who deserve most to be called the children of God are the ones who honor God as a father. So if you honor God as if he was your father, for sure you're a child of God.
So Allah is your father?
If you honor Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as your father, for sure.
Nice. Nice. So when the Quran says that you can only come to him as a slave, not a son.
In literal sense, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Muslims, you guys hear that? Y'all agree with the brother? Quran every day, Wansford. Hold on, let me bring up a couple more, y'all.
They gonna be on my man like white on rice, bruh. I don't know if you want to bring all of them up at the same time. They gonna eat this man alive, bruh.
Yeah, everybody's calling Kevin. Everybody calling like you apostated from Islam.
I told you that our path is called heretical by the majority of Muslims. I told you since the beginning.
Hold on, we on horses.
Y'all agree with the brother Quran every day? Y'all agree with him that Allah is a father and all creation are his children in a way that he loves them and stuff?
I don't know, man.
Oh, come on.
I don't know, man.
Once where you're supposed to say, I don't know, man. Say, I don't know.
Allah is not our father. That's all I can say.
So you do know.
In the literal sense, for sure.
What about you, Quran every day? Are you a child of Allah?
Bro, you remember me, right?
I don't. You probably got to talk a little bit, then it'll ring a bell.
All right, you remember me, don't worry. Okay. Am I a child of Allah? No. Am I a slave? Yes, that's clear.
I thought it was clear too until today, man.
We are slaves of Allah. We are worshippers of Allah.
Yeah, I thought it was clear too. Honestly, that was one of the only verses that I think are detailed and explained. Be good. I mean, be good. So, yeah, I don't know. That's interesting though. But I'll let Quran every day, and I'll let you guys get in on this topic on Allah having a son. You guys been listening? What you guys think, man?
Okay, so you know why I think Allah doesn't have a son? It's pretty
No,
simple.
not doesn't. I'm not asking does he have a son. I'm asking can he, if he wanted to.
Okay, so the simple question is, can he? That does not ascribate his majesty as if he has
what?
a son. He
Did you say
doesn't ascribate
ascribate?
his majesty.
Ascribate.
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard that word before. Ascribate.
Okay.
I think he's trying to say ascribe.
Oh,
I thought he was trying.
ascribe.
No.
I thought he was trying to
just-
say exaggerate, like what Allah got eczema or something. He's exaggerating his eczema.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Come on, I mean, stop it. I mean, fuck that, man. At least,
bro.
man.
I'm sorry,
I mean, the only thing you can do is at least respect our God.
I'm sorry, man. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry about that.
At least,
So
bro,
let me-
we love
Educate us.
Jesus, and we love Jesus so much, and we
You don't.
revere Jesus.
You don't.
You don't even know who Jesus is. Trust me.
But it's okay. Let's not get sidetracked. So Quran every day. Where
I
were you
love
saying?
Isa.
So you can't ascribate Allah or something?
Okay. Anyways, so I was saying, it doesn't like match his description of majesty. Because let me give an example. If he has a son, the term son, like, it's legit having a son. So like, Allah does not begot. There's many Quran verses that indicate that. But your question was, can he have a son?
Correct.
Now, he's not limited, but let me tell you the reason he won't have a son.
No, brother.
Female
I
and
don't.
males.
I don't want to know the reason why he won't do it. I want to know if he can or he can't. That's all.
Okay, let me give an example. Will you cut off your hands? Yes or no?
I will not, but I can.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That does not describe your will. That does not describe your personality. That does not describe the way you
I
are.
got you. So
Allah
he
Allah
can.
will not have a son.
Can
He
he?
can, obviously,
Okay.
but
Thank you. That's all I
get
needed
my
to know.
point.
I got you.
Yeah,
So
he can. But
but he won't. He
like,
can, but he won't.
yeah,
I got you.
'cause- and he gave reasons why he won't.
I have no problem. He did. It
If he
doesn't.
wants, like, let me just give you an example.
No,
Okay,
Quran,
can I just give you an
Quran every
example?
day. Quran every day. I want you to know that I am not stupid. I know what the Quran says, and I understood your point the second you began to speak, which is why I would cut you off a little bit to tell you that's not what I'm asking. Because I know what you're saying, but what you were saying was not addressing what I was asking. But you finally answered. He can, but he won't. Got it. He won't do it. It doesn't befit him. He's above that. He doesn't have a partner. I got it. Boom. Okay.
Yes.
So he can do it if he
And
wanted
also,
to.
one more thing.
What else?
Just one more thing.
What else could you possibly say?
Can I give an example with the father?
No, it's okay. I get it, bro. I get it. I just want to move to the next part. So my question,
Go.
since we know that he can, but he won't, but we know that he can have a son, could he do it by himself if he wanted to?
What do you mean by that?
Could he have a son by himself, or would he need help to have a son?
No, why would he need help? Like, I'm not getting what you mean. Do you mean he'd send the son, like, as an image of him? What are you trying to say here?
Just asking, does Allah have the ability to have a son by himself, or would he need help to have a son?
No, he has the ability to do it.
Okay, if he didn't have the ability to have a son by himself, that would mean he's not all powerful, right? Okay.
Oh, the woman. The woman point.
Boom, boom. So, chapter 6, verse 101, it says, how can Allah have a son when he doesn't have a wife, when he doesn't have a
Okay,
consort?
this is very easy. Can you tell me the definition for son, please?
No.
Why?
I don't care how you define son. Allah says that he can't have a son without a wife. So he needs a wife in order to have a son.
Now,
I don't
this
care
is
how
actually
you define it. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
okay. So a son is obviously something between an interaction between a male and female species, which then produces, and that does not. It's like saying, let me just give you a quick example. It's like saying, can God become a baby turtle without having a turtle wife? You do
Could he
not
do,
describe him this.
could
But
he do
let me
it?
just talk once. Let me
Could he do it?
just talk.
Could he become a baby turtle without a baby turtle wife if he
He
wanted to?
can, but
Okay.
yeah, okay, but son, he can legit have a son without a wife. Like, he doesn't need a wife. He can produce us. You know
But
how
so then
he
why does
sent
he?
Jesus into Virgin Mary. You know how he
Oh yeah,
sent
yeah.
Jesus into Virgin Mary.
Uh
He
huh.
put Jesus into Virgin Mary,
Uh
and he
huh.
did a miracle about Jesus. He can do those miracles,
So what?
but
So why does he say that he needs a wife to have a son himself?
Boom, boom.
which verse was it again?
Chapter 6, verse 101. Yeah, he is the originator of the heavens and the earth. How can he have a son when he has no consort?
Okay, how can he have a son if he has no consort? Now
Mhm.
here you're trying to apply a term which is not proper.
Me or the Quran?
No. You're not getting my point. So
Sorry,
can you read that last part again? How can he have a son if he doesn't have a what?
it doesn't.
How
If
can
he
he
has
have?
no, if he has no consort, in Arabic it may say companion.
Okay, so it's just saying how he's not in a human form, like he's not in a less divine nature. He's like it's actually taking out his non-divine nature out of the way. How can God have a son without a wife? Let's say that, okay? How can God have a son without a wife? It's like, how will God have a son without a wife? It takes him out of the substance that he needs a wife. He's trying to say that he's above having a wife. He's above having a son. It describes point A and B. It takes it out.
But
There's point C.
if he wanted to have a son, what would he need in order to have a son, according to the verse?
Let me just search it up. Which verse? Chapter 6, verse what? Give me a second.
Verse 101.
Okay, let me search it up. Give me a second.
Okay.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a tough question, bro. It's very
Thanks.
It's a
tough.
really tough question, and the question is there's no condition for Allah, like such a condition for Allah to. I
Well,
think
Winsford,
I think having a son in itself is a limitation.
Winsford, Winsford. The reason why I'm saying it's tough is not because it's actually tough. Like, it's actually very simple. The reason I'm saying it's tough is because it's tough for you guys. Like, I don't know why it is for some reason, but you guys just cannot answer this question directly, and you have to deflect so many different ways. That's why it's tough. It's tough for y'all. It's not tough for us
No,
or anybody else, really.
so bro, the
Out
problem
of
is the
curiosity,
limitation.
how do you like? How is Jesus the Son of God? Like, how do you explain that?
No,
Well, that's not.
he comes forth from the Father's essence. So the Father doesn't need a wife in order to beget him.
Well, how does he beget him? Like an amoeba, he
Did you
splits
say an
himself.
amigo?
But how?
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Be like cave, bro. Go ahead,
Can I
Kyle.
talk? Okay. So the verse says, "How can?" I just put up the verse. It says, "How can he? How can he have a son without having a mate?" Is that correct?
Yes, that's the one.
It's like more of a question to us. How can he
Exactly.
have a son without a mate?
Yeah,
Without a mate, God
it
does not
is.
have a mate, so he does not have a son. It
Exactly.
ascribes those two things out of the way. Exactly,
Exactly.
listen.
So look.
How
So
can?
wait. Do you
Yeah,
know
just
the?
listen.
Wait. No. You need to listen. Do you know the context of the verse? Do you know what's going on?
Yeah, just let me just say. So
You said
it's
yeah.
response to people who claim he has a son. How can God? So
Yes.
people claim God. Wait, just listen one second. It says God has a son. Okay,
So what is
this
his
is God has a son.
what is his refutation to this idea that he has a son? What is his refutation?
In the same surah, or I could give you other surahs
Oh,
in
it's the
there.
same surah. It's the same. It's the same verse, bro. So the verse before talks about how people are ascribing children to him, and then this is the next verse. So what is his refutation to the accusation that he has children? What's his
Okay,
refutation?
It's actually very easy. Can I respond, please?
Yes, it's right there.
Okay. So
This is why I said,
the
bro,
claim,
it's not a tough question, bro. It's just tough for y'all. Sorry, go ahead.
no, listen. I just need to talk. Okay. So he responded. So there's people who claim Allah has a son, and that next surah is a response. He responded. Okay, just say Allah has a son. Just claim that right now. Just claim it.
Allah has a son.
For example, okay, he responds in that surah, how can he has a son if he has no mate? So
Exactly.
the claim you're observing, how can he have a son if he has no mate? So it's saying that he has no mates in order, so
therefore he doesn't have a son.
adds up that he has no son. Yeah.
Yes, I get you.
That's the point.
That's the point. He doesn't have a mate, so therefore he doesn't have a son. If he had a mate, then he could have a son, and maybe their accusation might be true. But because he doesn't have a mate, he can't have a son in the first place. So it's out, right?
Hey, man, y'all gonna have to start acting like Winsford, bro. Just don't answer the question.
You don't think I get it? What?
It's so crazy.
Okay, now
y'all can take some stuff from
we put
Winsford,
that
bro.
out of the way. We've put that out of the way. He doesn't have a mate, so he can't have a son.
Boom.
So now,
so
what's next? Now, what next?
Wait. So
Does he need a
I
mate?
got you. Good question. So what's next? Here's the next part. Here's the conclusion.
Okay, ask me. Go.
Here's
Next phase. I know you have the next phase.
Next
So what's the
phase. Here's the conclusion. All of this was to point to the topic at the top. Allah's not God, because he's not all powerful. If he was all powerful, he would not need a mate to have a son. But according to this verse, he needs a mate in order to have a son, and is therefore dependent on someone outside of himself to do something, and is not all powerful.
Now,
he's limited, basically.
But I have a question to that logic, because if God is all powerful and he doesn't need a consort to have a son, but you laughed when I implied like asexual reproduction. So if it's not sexual reproduction and it's not asexual reproduction, how is Jesus the Son of God?
This is why I came up, actually. So we notice from the Nicene Creed, it says light from light, explain the begotten, not created. So that's as far as we understand it from the church fathers, and then summarized.
Okay, but what is the meaning of begotten?
So light from light.
To bring forth.
Begotten, the word begotten implies that God basically split himself.
Kevin,
and now the new part that was split from God is the new God.
Hey Kevin, are you capable of listening and not strawmanning?
So if you could repeat after me and not show us how you cannot understand words, that will be great. Would be appreciated. We'll stand up and clap for you. Light from light, begotten, not created. This is verbatim what the Nicene Creed summarizes it as. So repeat after me. Light from light.
No, okay, but like, how does that?
He doesn't want to.
How do you defend the idea that Jesus is the Son?
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
Bro, just wait. Okay, can I just go on?
Yeah. So go ahead and respond.
The verse you're using. Go on.
Yeah. So the point is that he needs a mate to have a son, and therefore he's dependent and limited. Go ahead.
Okay, so I get it. You're using that verse to actually think that Allah is in need of a mate for a son. However, that verse is just declaring that Allah does not have a mate. If we go to other verses like Surah 39 verse 6,
no, it's not just saying he doesn't
Allah
have a mate.
says if he wants, he can have a son. If he wants. Now that verse just takes out the fact that he has a mate.
What verse is that?
Sorry?
Why don't you not continue finishing the whole ayah?
Yeah,
continue finishing.
Finish the whole thing.
Don't stop.
Surah 39 verse 4.
If he wanted to have a son, he would have done what?
If he wanted to have a son, he could have, but he does not.
He wanted to have a son.
It's against his majesty. It's against his majesty.
No, that's not what the verse says. If he wanted to have a son, he could have chosen from any of his creation, right? That's what the verse says.
And Muhammad will be the first one to worship him.
Well, that's 4381. But
He's reading 21:17.
no. He's quoting 39:4, guys. Can y'all keep up? Keep up, Christians.
I'm sorry, it's a spider in here, bro.
We know for a fact that God can have a son if he wills to.
Okay. Now
using,
the question, so pay attention. So the verse says that he's able to have a son if he wants to. 6:101 tells you how. He can only have a son. He can have a son if he wants to, but he would need a mate to do it.
Yeah, I think you get it wrong. Like the verse says, how can he listen along?
If I say, how can I drive the car if I don't have the keys? According to that sentence, what do I need to drive the car?
The key, but if you have a divine nature,
if I say, how can I plant the tree if I do not have a seed? What do I need in order to plant the tree?
Well, if you're God and you're divine, you do not.
According to the sentence, what do I need in order to plant the tree?
You're putting a limit on yourself.
Exactly. I'm putting a limit. I'm putting a limit on myself based upon the formulation of the sentence. How can I plant the tree when I don't have a seed? So I'm limited if I don't have. I need the seed in order to plant the tree, right?
You're using the wrong example.
Please answer the question. I need the seed in order to plant the tree, right?
You need the seed. You need the seed, not God. You need the seed.
All right. Thanks, man. I think that's enough. I appreciate you participating, bro.
For that, just last thing. For that verse, it does not say God needs it.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming. Did you want to try to address the argument? Have you been listening to the past guests?
Yeah, I've been listening. The thing that just doesn't really tick off for me is that in the Bible it says that Jesus prostrated his head in prayer.
You have a lot of.
What would he be praying to if he was God? And also the idea of that he would go onto earth and limit his power by becoming a human.
What are you addressing exactly?
Just the idea of Jesus being God.
Oh, that's not the subject, brother. My topic is Allah is not God.
Okay. All right, reset.
Because I don't believe he's all powerful. I believe the Quran shows that he's not all powerful and therefore it's not God.
I wanted to ask Paul a question, just to clarify something for me.
Would it be off the topic?
No, it's just how the Arabic Christian call God in their churches.
Okay, just to clarify, when I say Allah here, I'm talking about Allah specifically in Islam. Just to get rid of.
Yeah, understandable. Like, do they also use the word Allah in the churches?
What's your problem? I don't get it. What's your issue? And
it's not an issue. I just want to learn.
He's okay, Sylv. He's genuine. He's okay.
It's not an issue. Okay. I don't want to counter anything. I just want to learn. Like, when you are in church, do you say Allahu
we do call
Akbar?
him, sure. Well, we don't say Allahu Akbar, first of all. Second of all, we do say Allah, which is considered to be a father, Abba. Second of all, his name is Yahweh. So his name is Yahweh. So it's not the God, it's not the Allah of Islam, but more of Allah of Christianity, which is to be called Yahweh, and he's Abba, father.
You say Abba or you say Allah in the churches?
We say, yes, I mean, Allah is Yahweh. So do you say that Allah is a Yahweh?
I was just asking if you say the word Allah in the churches. Do you say it? Do you use it?
And what's the issue? Yes, Allah is Yahweh. Like I said, he's Abba, a father. Do you call him Yahweh? That's what I'm asking, brother.
No, I don't call Allah Yahweh.
Thank you so much. So what's the point?
I just wanted to learn. There's no point.
All right, it's okay. We have Sunnah Keter.
Can I just give him this quickly? So Allah in Islam is a proper noun. In Christianity and even Jews, they use it as a title. That's it. That's the big difference. You Muslims think it's a proper noun. You think that's his name. That's the difference.
I think you sent him to Jenna with your question, Paul.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry. Okay. So Suna Cure, how are you?
Guys? I'm fine, guys. How you guys doing? You all right?
Pretty good, man. You got a podcast voice, man.
I wish I did. Just not feeling too good, my man. How you guys doing? You good, yeah?
Good. You don't be on the radio or nothing?
Nah. Hopefully one day.
Okay.
Yeah, just reading topic. Allah is not God. Changed my mind. May I ask, why is Allah not God? What makes you feel like Allah is not God?
So there's I don't believe that he fulfills the requirement to be God specifically, like the attributes of God, being all powerful specifically. I believe that there is something in the Quran that shows that he is limited.
Which is?
This idea if he can have a son or not.
So in what sense? As in, you think he can't have a son?
Well, I'm asking.
Okay.
So I know the Quran says that he doesn't have a son and that he wouldn't, he's above doing that. But my question isn't would he or does he? My question is, can he if he wanted to?
Kun fayakun. Be and it shall be. Okay. So God only has to say be and it shall be. So yes, God can have that. God can do anything.
Gotcha. Now, my question would be this then too.
Right.
Because obviously with being all powerful, means you are independent. You don't need help.
You do know this clearly stated in the Quran, yeah? God said it.
Yeah.
All you have to say is be and it shall be.
Be and it is. That's right, yeah.
Right.
So my question with this, that he's independent, so this means that he can do it. He can have a son without help, right? He doesn't need any help if he wanted to do this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my contention comes with chapter 6, verse 101. It says he's the originator of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
How can he have a son? So it's how can he have a son when he doesn't have a wife?
What's that from?
Chapter 6.
From the Quran?
Yeah, from the Quran.
Okay, so he's the originator of the universe. How can he have a son?
Yeah, when he doesn't.
Now think about it this way. We live on planet Earth, right?
Yep.
There are different planets, different galaxies. There's different, right? There's so many, right?
Yeah.
So we know that God is great. We know that there's nothing greater than God because he created everything, right?
Yes.
Now, what makes you think that God would ever live like us, the creations, the humans, the insignificant beings that he created? And mind you, we're only one type of creation. He created angels, he created the demons, the jinn kind. There's a lot of creations that we may not even know about because not everything is in the Old Testament and the Quran, and that he only gave us what we need to know, right? Mm. So the way I see God is way different from many people. Do you understand? Only some people will see God how I see God. I see God as the greatest ever. There's nothing beyond. There's nothing there.
That's not my contention. Yeah, that's not my contention.
So I can never ever compare God to a man, saying that God's gonna have a son and a family, and that's mockery. To me, that's mockery.
I got you, but that's not my contention of what he would do and his majesty and how high he is and how glorious. That's not my contention.
Right.
My contention is how it puts a limit on him. It says, how can he have a son when he doesn't have a wife?
No. Meaning, if I read that now and I know that this is the words of God, God is saying, how can he have a son when he's the creator of the universe? What was the verse you said?
No, it says, I'll read it in full. It says, he is the originator of the universe.
Right.
How can he have a son when he doesn't have a wife?
Right. And is there one interpretation for that? Because I can interpret it and say, well, obviously it's going to sound ridiculous. God is making you feel very ridiculous in a sense where he's the creator of everything. How can you have a wife? In a sense where, how can you even compare God to a man?
Well, to give you the context, so he's responding to the pagans who are saying that he has children.
Right.
And so his response to them, he's refuting them. He's saying he's the originator of the universe. How can he have a son when he doesn't have a wife? So he's refuting. That's his refutation to those who are saying he has children. So, like he's showing
that basically states that God doesn't have a wife, which is clear.
Exactly. Yeah.
If he wanted one, he'd create one, wouldn't he?
Well, that's true. So it shows how he doesn't have a wife, and so therefore he can't have a son. So he doesn't have a son.
No, but if God wanted a wife, he wanted a son, can he not do that? In your belief?
Yeah. So what he would not in my belief, he doesn't need a wife to have a son.
No, but if God desired, if let's say God, when I told you the verse in the Quran when God says kun fayakun, be and it shall be, meaning anything that God wants shall be, regardless, as long he just has to say. Do you understand?
Except this. This will be, according to the Quran, this is the exception. This right here, he would need a wife in order to have a son. But because he doesn't have a wife, therefore he doesn't have a son. He uses that to refute them. So this, to me, this right here shows a limitation on Allah, because he would be dependent on a wife in order to have a son if he wanted one.
No, it's not that. This is your understanding of it. This is how you want to interpret it. You understand?
Also, like
if you speak to certain scholars, for example, if you got this from the Quran, host, if you got this from the Quran, my brother, and you spoke to scholars that will interpret that verse for you from the Quran, then you'll get a true sense of meaning. Because me and you, we are both not qualified to interpret verses, to be fair. You have to be fair on that one.
No, I disagree. I think that there are verses that are pretty clear.
No, there are verses that we can easily, but there are complicated verses that you may need to ask scholars.
Let me land this.
Yeah.
This verse, and I don't know, like I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I do have reading comprehension. Like I'm not dumb. So I can read this verse. I read the context. I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what's being said. I understand it's a refutation to the pagans. I know what's happening.
Brother, the reason why you need scholars is, I mean, people can't even.
Let me finish, Suna, please.
People find it hard reading bloody Shakespeare.
Suna,
you're reading God's words,
bro. Let me finish. This isn't Shakespeare. This isn't difficult.
No, I'm just telling you, people find it hard reading Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet.
This is.
Imagine when you're reading the Quran, the Bible, or the Torah.
Suna, bro, let me finish. This isn't Shakespeare. I would say that Shakespeare is definitely more difficult to understand and to follow than the Quran is. But that's my opinion. You know, maybe somebody else may say something.
Not for the people in his time. Not for the people that used to know English in his time.
No worries. But the Quran here says it's pretty clear. I don't need a scholar to come in and tell me what stuff means here, because I get it. I don't need somebody to come and tell me and walk me through it. It's pretty clear. He's the originator of the heavens and the earth. He's refuting the pagans who say he have a son by saying, how can he have a son when he doesn't have a wife? Based on that phrase of the sentence, he's saying it's impossible for him to have a son because he doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have a wife. He doesn't have a companion. So therefore, he doesn't have a son.
No, but if that's the only point you have, then it's very weak, brother.
I don't think so, because I think it's look.
It's with all the scientific miracles,
sometimes the simpler
and everything in the Quran. That's very weak what you're coming out with, brother. I mean, in the Quran, you've got scientific miracles, brother.
Sometimes the simpler arguments are the strongest.
You reckon?
Yeah. Sometimes the simplest arguments are the strongest. Do you
know what it is? I think if I get someone, okay, I mean, today is the first time I've ever jumped on, and I'm glad I did. But what I'll do is I'll try to get someone that will be perfect in the department that you need, and he'll try to enlighten you. Maybe you might enlighten him, right?
Yeah, I'm open to it.
No, that's perfect. But to be quite fair, in my opinion, if that's the only little mistranslation you got, it's very
not
weak.
A mistranslation.
It's very it's very weak, my brother.
I'm just reading it what it says. Like if I were to say, how can I drive the car when I don't have the keys? According to that sentence, what do I need to drive the car?
Look, listen, brother.
Come on, man.
When you're not well, you need to see the doctor, especially if it's serious, yeah? When you got serious problems, trust me, you're calling the police, my brother. And trust me, when you're reading God's book, you need to find someone that really knows about God.
Okay,
Get the scholars, man.
I'll take you up on this. Please bring me somebody.
I'll bring you someone in that department where You know, they'll enlighten you, or maybe you might even enlighten them. Who knows, brother?
I'm welcome to speak with someone. If you bring someone here who's knowledgeable, who can
Most definitely.
this, I would love that.
Are you guys are from the States, yeah?
I am.
Okay. What state are you in?
I'm in Nevada.
So what time is it there now?
It is about 5:30.
5 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the kind of times you jump on usually.
Usually, I'm actually, I've been live a long time, but I usually would hop on a live like a few hours before this. I'm actually about to end it.
Okay. Well, it's like 1:30 in the morning. I'm in London, United Kingdom.
So it's early
morning. It's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so if I do it earlier, it works better for you.
It works better. But it wouldn't matter. Sometimes I stay up a little while because I got a bit of work on my laptop and my online work and that. So
okay,
I do stay up sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm live. I'm live often.
I'll definitely jump on again, my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
God bless you, my brother, man. Take care, bro.
God bless you too.
Okay. Take care.
Oh man, he's trying. I mean, he tried at least, but he wasn't successful with it. You know, so
you want to cook yourself? You in a mood?
I can take over for a little bit. Yeah, I don't mind, bro.
Do you think? Oh, yeah, man. You want to do something? Go ahead, man.
All right, what's up, Nashid? How you doing, bro?
Every you'll give me permission, I'll have to go.
What's going on? How you doing?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Yeah, take care, man, sir. Thanks for coming, bro.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, brother. I'm chilling.
Okay, bro.
Amazing. Are you a Muslim?